of them. Why do people love to sous vide their food? Well, we're talking about precision and consistency and perfect cooking every single time you use it. Have you ever bought a piece of meat and it's dried out? Did you ever make a piece of fish and it just tasted horrible because you overcooked it? Well, when you sous vide, you can never overcook it because you set the temperature, you set the time. And so Chef found a way, a unique way, a different kind of design for a sous vide, Chef, and it's been very popular since you launched. Set it and forget it and walk away and you get perfect food every time.
You know, they cook sous vide now industrial if it's a pork butt, if it's turkey breast, if it's a chicken breast, if it's beef, you know, the barbecue beef brisket. You cook it sous vide, you cook it in a water bath. Now, don't forget, this machine also heats, so you don't need a stove. If you want to slow cook something, you do not need a stove at all, because this keeps the water temperature the same for as long as you put it on.
So the clip is what's warming the water. You don't need a heat source, right?
But it circulates the water around. Why? Because if not, it would stay hot here. On the bottom, it's cooler. So it always circulates the water.
So
you can see it here. Look here. If you're getting close. See that?
Yeah, sure. It's getting that movement.
Yeah.
So why have chefs been, I mean, this is why when you go to a restaurant, you get that perfect fish, that perfect steak.
Well, if you cook fish, for example, in here, I have some salmon in here. You put it in for 10 minutes. Now, instead of poaching it, you just put it in here and then take it out. Now, you also can cook it like that and then put it on the grill for a little bit. You know, like I have a grill, like that's what I do often at the restaurant.
Brown,
to brown it a little bit. But a lot of people actually love poached salmon or salmon without the grill, so you can just cook it like that. Also, a great thing is you can, it's so fragile, so nice, come out of here.
But it's perfectly cooked
now
every
look
time,
at that.
Right?
Yep.
You'll never mess up a piece of fish again.
You never will mess up the fish. It always comes out just perfectly. And from the top to the bottom, it is exactly the same. Now, if you want to, you could throw it on the grill, like if you have the skin on. Like some people like the fish with the skin. Put a little olive oil on here. And we can grill it.
Right. But you don't have to because it's already perfectly cooked. And by the way, you will get included with your instructions a cooking chart that will tell you exactly what temperature beef should be, poultry, pork, lamb, seafood, vegetables, and the eggs. And so right out of the box, you can start sous viding. And remember, you can literally use a bucket of water. You can use one of Chef's stainless bowls.
Now look at that. It is so flaky, so tender. You can never get it without that as perfectly cooked all the way through. If you cook it a little less temperature, you're gonna get everything in your manual and you're gonna have a perfectly cooked fish all the time. The same thing is with steaks. If you buy a big steak, a big filet mignon, you never know, is it cooked enough? Sometimes you think, oh, it's cooked, it looks cooked, but the inside is raw, not with the sous vide. You put it first in there, and then you put it on a grill or in a saute pan, and it's gonna be perfectly cooked all the way.
Absolutely, and so by the way, remember, you get the cooking
Look at that,
chart,
so now you can have a grilled fish too, and you know it's still cooked to perfection, not overcooked.
That's right, and so you will never ever overcook a steak again. You will never overcook a lamb chop. You will never overcook a fish again. Why? You set the temperature, you set the time, you walk away. You can go to work and you come back and your food is perfectly cooked.
And you don't need the pot, you don't need a stove, you don't need anything.
I just noticed we don't have any heat sources out here. All you need is electricity. So as long as you can plug into your standard outlet, your sous vide, you're ready to go. You've got these in stainless steel bowls. We got a bucket of water here. I mean, no cooking source.
So when you have a chicken breast for chicken salad, whatever you do, so you put a little oil in here, a little liquid flavor, whatever you want. So it seals it in, so you have more flavor, but mostly all the nutrients stay in here.
Right, and basically the food gets infused with whatever you put in
with all the flavor. So I don't know if you can see here. Look at it.
Best chicken breast.
Look how juicy the chicken breast is.
No more embarrassment of serving rare, too raw chicken.
I know.
No
now,
more disappointment.
look at that juice coming out. Yes, you see that?
Yum.
Yeah, look at that.
That's a chicken breast. So if you put it on a grill, it generally gets dry out. Now, if you still like the flavor of the grill, you throw it for a minute on the grill and you're gonna have perfect chicken.
And so your item number here is 606700. It is the only airing of the day. You will get your sous vide immersion calculator, or circulator is what we call it. And remember, you can use a bowl. You can use a bucket of water. You don't need a heat source on the bottom because the sous vide clip, which is different in its design already, Chef. What you did here is different from all the sous vide. That is what's circulating and heating up the water by itself. So it's a really amazing way to cook. If you've not discovered it, there are websites you can find the exact temperatures, but you will get your chart. So you know exactly how long you have to cook beef or chicken or
look at that.
Fish.
Here we put a New York steak in here. What we added flavor. What did I put in here? A little garlic, a little thyme. So the steak is cooked all the way through, but I like a little crust on it, so I always put it on the grill for a little bit or in a saute pan.
Okay, so we're gonna drop that right on our grill.
Yeah.
But remember, you didn't need to do this.
You don't have to do it.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
This we're just doing to get the color. But this is what chefs do in your kitchens. This is what they're doing around the world. Chefs have been using sous vide for years and years.
Do we have another bag, for example? Okay, good.
Oh, I can't wait to try that. So only airing of the day, everybody. It is the only airing of the visit. We've brought the price down, so there is a sale. It is on free shipping and then the 5 flexible payments. Don't forget, too, that we are officially in holiday mode at HSN, which means if you're buying this for yourself, if you're buying this for somebody you love, we have extended holiday returns. This is our longest time, our longest trial period that we do at HSN. And so you have until the end of January to try your sous vide, or if somebody you buy it for,
look what we put in here. A whole bunch of shrimps.
Okay.
In a Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
You squeeze it together.
And this could be any bag as long as you could seal.
So the most important thing is, I show you, when you do it like that, you want as much air out as possible. Okay. So what we do is I put that in the water. Yeah. And then get it all the air out, as much air out as possible, and then
and then you just clip it to the edge of the bowl. Then you just
clip it to the end, Right.
So here's the thing too, Chef. You can use any bag that's sealable, but you made these reusable silicone bags. We have those currently in stock where you can get the 5 bags.
Look at the steak here
plus
now.
2 clips. Ask about that, by the way.
Okay. Let me put this over here. This one over here. This one to clean. This one away. Over here. All right. Now you can see I put the steak right here. So that could be a filet mignon. You don't want to spend the money on a filet mignon and not cook it properly.
Oh, that's right.
So this will help you cook it perfectly.
That would be an expensive mistake, right?
Look at that. I like my steak medium rare. Look at that. All the way through it's medium rare. It's not cold inside. It's warm inside. It's totally juicy, as you can see. So this guarantees you having a steak perfectly cooked from the beginning to the end.
This means that everybody at home could now cook like a 5-star chef, right?
Exactly. No more.
You'll never get it wrong again.
No more guessing if it's rare or if it's medium rare. And look, from the end cut to all the pieces, it's perfectly cooked.
Perfectly cooked and consistent. By the way, did you see how perfectly cooked this salmon was? I mean, this is what we're talking about. Every single time getting it right. Every single time you didn't waste your money because you overcooked something. And I think it gives our chefs or at-home cooks confidence again, you know, because the machine, the sous vide clip, does the work for you. And remember, would you explain how we set it? Because I know it's very easy as well.
Sure. So it just clips to the side of whatever container you want to use for water. You can see we're using mixing bowls. There's many things you can clip it to. And if I pull it out, it's going to error a message, but that's okay. We can resend it. And you can see that it pushes the water out. This is the part that's circulating, seeing the water move. But all you're going to do is set your temperature. And there's a wonderful chart in the manual that comes with you so that you're always going to feel like you are holding your hand with it, like Wolfgang is right there. You set the temperature of the water. Then you set the timer, the amount of time that that particular food requires. requires, when the water comes to temperature, it's going to beep. You hit the minus sign twice, your food goes in the bag or in a jar, depending on what the food is, and when time's up, it's hands-free completely after that.
Yeah, your
food comes out and you're ready to eat. And yes, Wolf is showing you how to sear some meat, but you saw the salmon was done either seared or not seared. Many foods don't need to be, and then anything you would make in a jar.
All the fish, or shellfish, whatever it is, you cook it just like that.
And I know at the coffee shop now, this is the rage.
Those are the eggs.
The sous vide eggs that you pay so much money for, you can now be making them.
And they're so inexpensive and so easy. And here's the thing, when you cook like this, because they're in that jar and they're in the hot water, it kind of sterilizes the top, so the shelf life in your fridge is 2 weeks long. So it's wonderful to cook ahead and have them for later.
Isn't that nice?
So now when you cook a steak like that, it's warm all the way through, even if it's, you want it medium rare or rare. You know, often when you have a steak, it's still cold in the middle. You're not sure if it's cooked. You have to cut into it. Now, you don't have to do that ever again. You just look at the manual and it will tell you exactly the temperature and the timing, and that's it.
You know what's nice is that if you wanted, you don't even have to buy the most expensive cut, because now you're cooking it properly every time. You will not make a mistake. Heaven forbid you overcook a filet mignon. You're gonna be very mad at yourself. You're never gonna overcook anything again because it does the work for you. Set the temperature and the time, walk away.
And you know, I love sandwich meat with that. You buy a pork butt, you buy pork shoulder, whatever it is, or you buy turkey breast, you cook it there, and then you make a sandwich, and you're gonna say, oh my God, I didn't know turkey can be that juicy and so much flavor. Why? Because we put it in the bag and then add the flavor to it, and then it cooks it through, but not dried out, because there's no moisture escaping. You know, all the moisture stays in there.
And I think that for busy people, you're really gonna appreciate this, you guys, because I could set this in the morning, like my piece of salmon. And look, it says salmon fillet. You set the temperature, right? So 129 degrees Fahrenheit, you set it. And then it says 1 hour and 39 minutes. I can set that. I can go, I can run my errands, I can answer emails, and when I come home, that salmon is perfect. So if you're
Or you make it a little harder, it goes faster. So you decide how to use it.
How long,
eggs is the big new thing. You go to all these stores now.
Sous vide eggs. And I'm still on the steak. I'm sorry, I'm still working on it.
I know, isn't the steak delicious though? It's juicy, it doesn't dry out.
So good.
Yeah. All right, now look at that here.
And you decide how you want your eggs, right, Chef?
Yeah, now look at that.
Oh my God.
A poached egg. See that? Nothing in the shell. All right, one more. So you can make eggs Benedict just like a restaurant. And as a matter of fact, in one of these coffee shops, even at the airport, they cook it just like that.
In the jars,
and it will stay like that.
Like a velvet, right? They're so good when you cook them in the jar.
Yeah.
So your item number here is 606700. This is the only planned airing of the day. You can bring it home for $23.39 on FlexPay, and then pay over time. FlexPay is for everybody that shops with us, so you got a credit card, a debit card. Do that. Try it out. Remember, you have the longest return period, so you can take your time unboxing this, because they have until the end of January to make up their mind, Chef, which is really nice.
Amazing.
Oh, this is an egg.
Yeah.
I can't even believe that that is an egg, you guys. It's like a custard.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta try it, Leslie.
It's a thing of beauty.
Try it.
I gotta try too, Chef.
And you make them in the blender, and then pour them in the jars, and you make them on your day off so you have them for the whole week.
Yeah.
Look at this, it's like a creme brulee.
Yeah, and you can add any flavor you want to it. So you have like an egg
cottage
custard.
cheese, and salt.
Are you kidding me right now?
Eggs, cottage cheese, and salt.
That is so good. It tastes like it's got a dessert consistency, right?
I know.
Like
you
velvet.
can add sugar to it and make it sweet. You can add ham to it, bacon to it, vegetable to it, whatever you like.
Or salsa on top is
had in
lovely.
my 40 years of life.
Salsa on top is lovely because it's a little less calories.
Oh my gosh.
You can do it with egg whites as well.
I can't stop.
Good.
And here we have our sauce for our eggs Benedict. You can see also in the thing, so we shake it really well for a little bit.
To emulsify.
To emulsify it.
Yeah. I gotta go in for more of that egg.
Okay, I know it's good, huh? I mean, you have that for breakfast.
Look at this, you guys. It's like a dessert. It's like a souffle. I mean, this is just absolutely beautiful.
Loose, yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I mean, this is why chefs have been doing sous vide, this method of cooking, time-honored method of cooking, for hundreds of years. Why? Because it is that consistent way of getting the perfect results every time. How do you think they do it at restaurants? They will have, in a sous vide, 5 steaks, 10 steaks cooking at the same time. Why? It's not gonna ever overcook. It's never gonna be undercooked.
Even look at that, making the sauce for the egg. See that?
Oh my gosh, that's good.
Just a little bit, put a little cayenne pepper, a little lemon.
Beautiful. Yum, yum, yum.
So easy and beautiful.
You gotta cut one.
You're gonna be sure that each egg is exactly the same. So it doesn't matter if it stays 2 more minutes, 3 more minutes in here.
And included, you get the cooking chart, you guys. So I have the recipe for soft poached eggs. I have the recipe for vegetables and potatoes. I have the perfect temperatures for seafood and poultry and lamb and beef. You're getting that included with your sous vide, so please try this out. This is a really fun way of cooking, but once you do it...
I have to cut the egg open so people can see how perfectly cooked it is.
Behind every amazing man,
whatever Marianne says, we do.
And this is what Marianne wants, really, for her heifer to be happy. That's all.
Okay, now look at that. See that?
Marianne.
You get a close-up? Where's the overhead camera here? Close-up? Can we get a close-up? No.
Oh, yes, we got it. We're seeing that. Oh,
okay.
The sound effects. That's free, you guys. The sound effects are free.
Right, now Marianne is happy and all right.
Come on, she understands.
No, you know why? Because she wants to show off.
Of course.
How beautiful it is, inside, outside, perfectly cooked.
How you could be doing this. You could be cooking like a chef with this simple purchase. And I like that your design is different, Chef. It's a clip design that actually is lower profile. It's not this big stick sticking out of the bowl. Remember that you don't have to turn on a stove. We've literally got it in a bucket of water, and you seal the bags or you seal the container, and you are off to doing what chefs do.
How many minutes did we leave them in here? I forgot already.
The jars?
No,
the jars are 45. The eggs are 55 minutes at 61 Celsius.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So, but you know, you can try out, heat it a little more. Like I try out with fish, like some of the fish I just leave for 15 minutes and have it at 160 degrees. So.
And don't you think that's what we're finding too, Wolf? That the temperatures aren't as exact as what we're saying. It's sort of like your burner on your stove. You can make the steak on medium high, you can make it on high. And that's certainly what we're finding with this, is it seems like it's so precise that if you miss it by 1 degree, you're gonna screw up the food. And that's not the case. And if you leave it too long, not gonna ruin it.
So, you know, here's what I'm finding. This is something that chefs have been doing for years and years, but it's become a rage now. Like home
for their
chefs,
home use,
right? Home chefs are saying, oh my gosh, this is the best steak I've ever had. Oh my goodness,
actually,
that's chicken breast.
In restaurants and in your grocery store, you already eat many, many sous vide foods. You just don't know it.
Totally,
because the people that produce the food have the better results too, where they can keep it longer. It's a better result.
Most of the good deli meat is cooked like that.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. I actually have a friend who I just saw last week. He has a factory where he makes deli meat for different companies.
That's right.
And what does he do? He has a 10,000-gallon tank.
Wow.
He said he can cook it at a 10th of degree perfectly. So look at that, beans. If you make them Chinese like we have here, whatever it is, you're gonna cook it perfectly. But what I love, all the nutrients stay right in here.
And all the flavors get infused. I went back to the chicken breast, because let's face it, nobody ever wants to eat the chicken breast. Why? Because it's always dry. I always say it tastes like I'm eating a shoe, right? Never with sous vide. You've got that moist, tender, juicy chicken breast. That never ever happens. And so this is why people are crazy about sous vide. There are tons of websites and apps if you want to get really into it, but it actually is very easy. Set your temperature, set your time, seal your bag, and plunk it in the water. You'd be amazed at the results you get every time.
Reheating, you know, and I tried it myself. I didn't believe it at first. You know, you try to reheat mashed potatoes in the microwave is like the worst thing ever. I don't know why, but it's terrible. Now, you reheat it in here, it comes out perfect. So all we need is a ladle, a spoon, and we can take it out.
Oh, wow.
We don't have one, so we'll wait for one. Where's the spoon?
We don't have a ladle. Oh, there you go. So you guys, we're gonna actually take a moment in a little bit. If you wanna place your order now, we are very busy because Chef has found a really convenient, easy, unique design for a sous vide. It's very compact.